So Jevon Holland, we're out at Hollywood Kia. Hollywood Kia is the home of the no dealer fee. That's why Hollywood Kia is number one. And Jevon joins us out here on Tuesdays during the season. You ended the season with 74 total tackles, 52 solo tackles, 3 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, and 1 unbelievably memorable interception that was replayed over and over again. So you ended up playing in 12 games. You missed 5 because of the injury. How do you rate your season?
I was playing good ball. There was things that obviously I didn't get an opportunity to do, accolades that I missed, things like that. But I was out for 5 games, and so for the ball that I did play, I was proud of it. I was proud of it. I thought I was playing at a high level, so I give myself, B plus.
I think you'd been a Pro Bowler.
I thought
you played
so.
16 or 17 games.
If I kept playing, things obviously were trending upwards. So, but yeah, man, tough ending to the season. But it is what it is. Everybody deals with injuries. And I'm just glad that it wasn't more serious than what it is. Just like, little strain here, muscle tightness here. So working it out. But overall, I'm definitely looking forward to next year and this off season. First, kicking my feet up and relaxing a little bit, just letting this season wash off, and then getting back into it later on in the spring and summer. So yeah, it was tough. We ended the way that we did. In subarctic temperatures. It was cold out there. Yeah. Like I've been in cold, but that was like bone chilling for real. Like, you took your glove off. I took my glove off to help somebody with their helmet because I was on the sideline and I didn't want to just sit down the whole time. So I was moving around, helping people, helping EQ out, helping coach with our assistant coaches, trying to do as much as I can from the position I was in. But man, it was. I took my glove off for 5 seconds, and I had to put it in front of the heater because I felt my hands start to really freeze. It was crazy. But yeah, that ground was hard too. I was like, man, this is tough that you guys got to run around and tackling that. But I'm gonna be over here by the space heater, staying warm. I'm sorry. Hey, bro,
rooting you guys on.
Yeah, I'm rooting you guys on. But with this giant parka on, with this 2 beanies and a ski mask, and by this space heater.
Hey, Jevon, the coldest game I played in was in Kansas City as well, and they looked up the box score. I didn't even make it on the box score, and I was playing middle linebacker.
He was telling us about playing this cold game, so we looked up because he goes, I don't think I was worth a damn out there because it was so cold. So we looked up the stats.
Yeah,
Nance stats.
Started 4 quarters at middle linebacker and didn't even make the list.
Didn't do nothing, bro. It's like a certain level of. It's like the temperatures always help a certain team. You know what I mean? Once you get to a certain level of cold, it helps the defense and the offense. Their hands are too cold. When it's wet and rainy, the offense doesn't want to throw the ball, but the defense. We just take the gloves off, tape them up, tape your hands up, and you just go out there and play. But when it gets to those temperatures, everybody feels it. It's not like, oh, they're from Miami, they're in the heat, and Kansas City is, playing in the cold all the time. No, everybody feels this temperature. Kansas City guys they were wearing 3, 4, 5 jackets. It was affecting everybody. I didn't know how, running backs, linebackers, D-line, I don't know how they play in those type of games because it's contact every play. As a DB, if my hand's getting crushed, I'm crippled. That's a different type of pain.
I turned down a couple fullbacks that game. Oh, y'all want to run a lead, huh? Y'all running leads now?
In this weather?
No, Jack, you can't do it. Y'all tripping, run a sweep. But
right.
But with this offseason, because I had a bunch of injuries, man. I had 17 knee surgeries. I had Liz Franks in both my feet. I had a bunch of surgeries, and it ends up almost messing up your offseason because it would always be in the back of my mind. Even I'm healthy, the doctor, I'm good, ready to play next season. But I'd always go overboard on whatever injury it was because you have that in the back of your mind from last year. Are you going to do anything different this offseason?
I really I want to really just focus on I'm not going anywhere until I'm healthy and I'm feeling good. I want to be able to full speed sprint, cut, break, all the whole 9 without feeling any pain or anything like that. So I think in terms of going off to vacation and see things, I think that is going to really be put on hold until the summertime, until I'm really feeling like I'm back to myself. And so I've been battling with that as well. I've been getting up in the morning at 10 o'clock. I'm like, man, I got to get up earlier. But then I'm asking myself, why do I have to get up early? I've been getting up early for the last 8 months. Let me just get some rest in. I'm sleeping in, getting all the sleep I can so my body can recover. But yeah, just things that normal people do, like just chill all day. Don't really got to do anything. I'm trying to think of stuff to do and move around, but I really don't have to. I could just, relax, watch a movie, because I've been working so much the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. I just, I deserve some time off to really rest and recover. So that's probably the hardest part. But nah, I'm gonna really just focus on my health and focus on my knees and eating good food and watching great movies.
What would be your message to Dolphins fans? I recall we were watching Tyreek Hill. It was, I think, the day after the season-ending press conferences, and he was streaming on Twitch, and he was just kind of, I'm not talking about his official media stuff, just streaming on Twitch, and he was talking about, hey, it's only been a couple of years. He was just kind of, talking to fans. It's only been a couple of years. Don't lose faith in Coach McDaniel or this team. Everybody gets too excited. He said, this team is so much better than it was. And he was very effusive in his praise of Tua as well.
Yeah.
So do you have a message? Do you have like a season-ending message for Dolphins fans? Because Dolphins fans, and you yourself, I mean, it ended with a thud. It was the most exciting season that I can recall in the longest. And it just ended with this thud. And a lot of people felt like, seen this movie before.
Yeah.
We've gone through it before with the Dolphins. And Tyreek was like, no. Like, slow your roll on that. Like, it's not that. So where do you stand on that?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with Tyreek, man. Like, I don't think anybody should lose faith in Tua, and don't lose faith in McDaniel or any type of the scheme or the way that the team is going. We've got a lot of talent and got a lot of guys coming back. But the reality of the situation is, like, it's going to be different next year. The team is going to look different next year, just because of salary cap, and obviously 30 to 40% of guys on the team, are transaction switch every year. So I say just stay true to like, the belief in the team. Like Tyreek said, we went from a 9-8 team to an 11-6 team, and we're continuously getting better every year. So there's going to be improvement. And I have faith in the team. I'm excited for next year and what we got going on, and how we're going to attack this offseason. I think 2 years are going into a second year of a defense is going to be great, with the continuity coming from this year to next year. So, I mean, remain, keep the faith, and, still believe in the fans, man. We definitely have good things ahead of us. So, that's all I can say about that.
Did you give some of your buddies that I'm gonna see after a while, Dap? Because like you said, you'll know who's not gonna be on the team the next year. You leaving that last little after the exit meetings, whatever. Hey, Joseph, where you live again?
No,
Arkansas?
you never.
Sometimes you kind of know a little bit.
Truthfully, man, you really don't know who's gonna be there, and who's not gonna be there. So I was giving everybody that, like, hey, y'all, I'm gonna see you when I see you. Hopefully, it's when we all reconvene. But if it's not, then we're just gonna have to link up at another time. But definitely, man, I think this offseason is definitely going to have a lot of transactions. And it's not that I'm, like, nervous. I'm just interested to see what moves around and where, and what positions move around, and who's going to come back and who's going to find a new home. But regardless, I want everybody to get paid. I want everybody to have success. So.
What about you? Speaking of getting paid, I watched the season-ending press conference where they were huddled around your locker, and they were asking. The only thing that struck me about that, because I don't really care, I want you to get paid. Anyone that I like, I want them to get paid. I was struck by the Albanese gummy bears that were in your locker, which are the Fire brand of gummy bears. Most people don't realize it. They always think it's the Haribo.
Ball.
Albanese is where it's at. So I was very impressed. I saw that in the locker.
Yes, sir. But
you were asked about a contract extension. You were like, hey, my representation will deal with it. Is that where we stand on that?
Yeah, that's where I still stand. I mean, I'm not going to go up there and negotiate contract. I got an agent for that. So my man David and Kyle, they're going to go over there and handle that when the time presents itself. And I'm going to act accordingly. But I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. It's not going to stress me out, because if I let it stress me out, then it's just taken away from me being off in the off season. I can't focus on it right now. So I'm going to keep on chilling, man. I'm still on payroll, still getting those checks coming in every 2 weeks. So I can't complain. But, the dude asked me, he was like, oh, did you know that it was your year to get paid? I was like, no. Yeah, of course I know it was mine. Like, I don't never want to be that guy to be like, yeah, of course I know it's my – but, bro, obviously, I know. But we're talking about money here, man. This is what drives the world. Of course, I knew it was my time to get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stress about it. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. But yeah, and of course, I want to stay in Miami. I love it down here. I love the people, the fans, the atmosphere, the facility, the staff, everybody down here, the organization. So I would love to be down here. I would love to start and end my career down here. And I hope that's the way that it unravels. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't, and I got to keep on moving my life. But I still have no love lost for the people in the orange and aqua. So, yes, sir.
And David Mugaletta's your agent, right?
David Mugetta is my agent. Yes, sir.
Oh, man, Hawk, he is Thanos. He has all the Infinity Stones. He got a cold agent, boy.
Cold.
So if it's going to happen.
That's in the game, for real. The best in the game, for real.
He really is. We got a bunch of guys come on the pivot from that because we cool with David. But yeah. So you said you're not going anywhere until you're healthy. Do you have any plans? Like, is there any in July I'm gonna hit Barbados or something?
Yeah. Navy Epcot. But no, I'm gonna go. I wanted to hit. There's this place in Salt Lake City because I've never seen the salt flats, and that kind of amazed me. I'm a real big nature guy, so I want to go to this place called Swing and Soar in Salt Lake City. Sedona is dope. I want to go see Sedona, Arizona, and then drive to the Grand Canyon. It's like an hour and a half away.
Have you ever seen the Grand Canyon?
I've never seen the Grand Canyon, dude.
So I'm not a big nature guy or whatever, but I do love Sedona. I've been there several times. We go to the Grand Canyon. Could not believe what I was laying eyes on. When I tell you it changed me, I didn't ever want to leave there. You can't believe what you're looking at. You ever seen the Grand Canyon, Solana?
Never been. Dude,
Crowder, you ever been to the Grand Canyon?
I've got to go.
Crazy.
You can't believe that it's Earth. You can't believe what you're looking at. You cannot
see stuff like that. It
you're
drives my motivation to go see. I was watching Serial Life of Walter Mitty last night. Has anybody seen that movie?
I haven't, man. I remember seeing the coming attraction going, this movie would annoy me.
Watch that movie, right?
Pretty good.
So he's in Greenland and he goes to Iceland. He happens to he's like skateboarding down this long like weavy road, and he's like they're showing these panoramic shots of the landscape. I'm like, man, I've got to go there. Like that kind of stuff intrigues me. Nature and the different sites, like especially in Montana, Wyoming, like just all throughout America. We are such a diverse demographic of different geographical makeups in America that I've got to see that. So you have
to see the Grand Canyon as well, Solana.
I the way he's describing it, the way I would feel walking into Epcot and seeing the big ball right as you get in through the gates,
I was thinking of you, Jevon, because Jevon, if you weren't listening, a couple of weeks ago, I was telling Jevon, like, I have this whole take on Epcot that it's University Drive, but there was a video that was going viral like a week ago, and I retweeted it. There was a line at Epcot, this is just a week ago, for a grilled cheese. It was a 30-minute line that was snaking through, and I'm like, so I retweeted, I'm like, tell me this isn't worse than University Drive. Like, people paid a $200 cover to stand in line for 25 minutes to get a grilled cheese with tomato soup. I don't understand it.
What were the comments saying about the grilled cheese?
I guess that they're fire. I don't know, but I mean, it's not worth 25 minutes.
I mean, you say that until you might go up there and try it, and that might change your life.
I am telling you, wait till you see the Grand Canyon. Put that on your off-season to-do list. I still cannot wrap my head around.
Did you go in it or did you just see it?
No, we didn't plan to spend a lot of time there. We had gone to Salt Lake City and we had done Sedona, and then we had like one day that we were going to spend at the Grand Canyon. This is before we had a kid. And we got there and I said to my wife, I would have loved to have spent a week here. Like we were overnight one night. We got there kind of as it was getting dark.
Yeah.
So we kind of got there and then we went back the next day. And I to this day, I get chills talking about it. I cannot believe what I was looking at. It was not earthly.
I've got to go. There's this thing there's this app called Outdoorsy app, and you can rent like a 2-person caravan, drive up, and like a Mercedes caravan, drive up and then like use that in the campground. So we're going to go to Sedona and then drive that up for a day, sleep, wake up early in the morning so you can see the sunrise in the Grand Canyon, spend about half the day and then drive back down. But it's only about like an hour and a half away from Sedona. But I'm looking forward to it.
I bet you miss Oregon sometimes.
Right? Oh, absolutely.
Just from like the nature perspective.
It's so different down here.
Well, I mean, if you like fishing or I go kayaking a lot down in Key Biscayne, so like you can find things to do within nature.
Crowder had the same reaction I did. What? Are you trying to impress him like he's like you're shooting at a girl in a club? When's the last time you went kayak?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Bro, let him speak his truth, man.
Crowder.
Crowder's just not because he said kayaking. That's why Crowder's not.
Crowder can't even
Bro,
contain him.
chill.
I'm not trying to impress. I'm just saying, like, he lived in
You
Oregon.
wore your
I was
coat,
with you
wore
though. I was with you though. Like we had a whole like natural rock slide that you go sliding down. There's like the first time I've ever just jumped in a lake and started swimming was in Oregon. Not worried about what's in the water. Out here, if you jump in the lake, you're subject to lose both your legs. You might be Lieutenant Dan when you get out the water.
Crowder doesn't care. He'll jump right in the water. He'll fight the gator. He did that at Gainesville.
I swim in the lake behind my house.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. You just make me laugh, Solana, because I was just watching Crowder's reaction when you said I love to go kayaking.
Bro, I go kayaking like once every other week, once a month at least.
When do you fly your kite the last time? When do you fly kites?
Bro, kayaking is awesome. How are you going to compare kayaking to flying a kite?
Chill out, Crow.
You know, I kayak a lot in Key Biscayne, so
you know I'm very big in the kayaking circles.
It's all right, man. I was with you, bro. I was with you. I was intrigued. I was like, oh wow, kayaking. Okay.
All right, we gotta let him go. We love Jevon Holland. We love our Tuesdays with Jevon Holland. Enjoy your off season. Thank you for doing this with us on Tuesdays on your off days, and we appreciate it. We're excited for what next season brings.
All right, let's do it. Let's run it back next year.
There you go, Jevon Holland.